Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back after a weekend. I've got a little bit of a treat here for you. Again, these have just landed with us. We're trying to get them online ASAP, but we thought we'd bring them on and show them off because these things are really, really cool. There's people in the chat here already asking what we are going to be covering. So today we are covering the CYMA CM.041SD6 high-speed variant. So we'll go through all of its features. If you've got any questions on this, the CYMA, the high-speed system in general, or any features that this might have, please drop them down below. We're more than happy to chat about what this thing's capable of. I've had this up on the range already and immediately want one. I probably wouldn't do anything to it, just throw an optic on it and just run this thing as it is. You're going to have a lot of fun with this. But we will cover all the features on it, have a bit of fun with it, just drop any questions you want, and we'll say hello and answer your questions. But as always, we will start from the front and work our way backwards. Oh, Matty Zeal, is there a space for a tracer unit? Perfect timing. I always start at the front. Yes, so there's going to be a couple of ways to do this, but you can't screw one straight on like a standard AEG. There is no thread on the front of this. It is simply a 90-degree click and it comes off. There's two plastic lugs here and it literally just clicks on. Nice and simple. So it is technically QD, but you're not going to take it off in-game because you're going to expose your inner barrel and everything like that. This is foam filled for about the front 2.5, 3 inches, but the front cap does screw off. So if you wanted to take the front cap off, remove all the foam and drop a tracer unit in there, totally doable. So yes, a tracer unit will fit in the front of this nice and easy, and this thing firing off with tracer units on it will be incredible. You will have a lot of fun, especially if you're in CQB, dark environments, throwing out some green or red tracers. This thing's going to look absolutely spectacular, absolutely everywhere it goes. So coming a bit further back, the front grip, you can just see a little tab here. There's two of these, one on this side and one on the other side. These things just simply pull out on both sides and then the grip slides forward. That's how you get to your battery compartment. In there you'll find your Tamiya connector. You can fit your battery. Currently I have a triple stick LiPo in here. We don't often put batteries in these for the live streams, but I want to show you what this thing can do, so we'll come on to that in a minute. But there is tons of battery space in there, absolutely tons of it, so you got loads of room. The charging handle obviously comes back and holds open. You can get in there. Obviously with it being an MP5, you have a slider style hop. Pros and cons about these: super easy to adjust, nice and easy. Slight con to them is they can especially if you're quite trigger happy and running around quite a lot, they can have a habit of moving and slightly adjusting, but not massively. That's going to be a detriment to your gameplay. It just means you've got to keep on top of it and make sure that your hop is staying where it is, and you can always then keep doing the classic slap. Coming a bit further back, you will see a small square on the top of the receiver here and a couple of lugs. So with these platforms, it doesn't come with a rail on the top. It just comes with the front pin iron sight and the standard drum rear sight. Nice and easy to use. You can get eyes down and have some fun with them, but you can buy a claw mount that sits on there and gives you a 20mm section of rail, allowing you to mount your optics, your T1s, your holographics, anything like that, making it look really cool. Something like a holographic on this, a Mod 8 or all like that, and it'll be a perfect little setup. As for sling points, coming a bit further back near the rear iron sights on this side, you have a sling point here, and again by the front iron sight there's a sling point there. There's a couple of different ways to mount them, but you're more than likely going to sit a single point sling on the back and just hook it. Nice and easy, sling it, and this thing's it's not massively heavy. This thing is a little bit heavier than a few things that we're on, but it's not crazy heavy, so you're gonna have some fun with it. Coming down, the selector is ambidextrous, so you can select that from either side, and with the mag release in the center at the bottom, it is very ambidextrous with its controls and everything, and there is an M4 style button there that you can press, so you can either press the bottom one or you can press the side one and the magazine comes out. For those that have grabbed theirs over the weekend, we've gone through quite a few of these this weekend, but the new PMag style magazines do fit it. So if this is more your look and you want to get some of these, the PMags do fit straight in. And I mean, look at it. That is some class right there. Really does suit it, suits the look, suits the style. I think that's a bit of a nice setup. So coming back a bit more on controls, standard trigger at the bottom, and the pistol grip is plastic coming into the bottom receiver. So the receiver is kind of split material wise. The top half is metal and the bottom half where the pistol grip is polymer. You can kind of see a little bit of difference in the light as I reflect it up like that. But the upper receiver does come all the way to the front. The stock attachment at the back is metal, but the stock itself is a mix of plastic. If you hit the little tab button there, you get first position of stock. Click it again and come out, you get the second position of stock. And there you've got your setup ready to go. Drop that into your shoulder and you're going to have loads of fun. So the bit that probably you've been waiting for, that we don't normally do. So semi-auto. Nice and easy, but the reason why this thing's called the high speed, very cool. So you're probably going to make some friends with it, but if you're running mid caps, it's not going to be too bad. I mean, it comes with 130 round mid cap, and the PMags that we currently are doing are 130 as well. So this thing, I think on a 7.4, you're going to get about 18.5 rounds a second. If you have tech knowledge and you want to tweak the gears inside slightly, you can get this to run up around 27 rounds a second quite easily with very little sort of effort put into it. That's simply going from a 7.4 to an 11.1 and tweaking the gears slightly. We obviously recommend sticking to 7.4 if you're going to leave it standard. That's purely to stop any pre-engagement, any damage or all like that. To run an 11.1 in this out of the box, it's not going to last very long and you're going to end up having to repair it, and that's purely due to our power limits. Our power limits keep, this piston can't go forward fast enough before the gears spin round. You're going to get pre-engagement and then you can't, you're going to strip either a piston or a gear. Any other features, any other questions on this, please drop them. I'll do another quick overview and a couple of features. As I was saying, the new CYMA PMags are here and are absolutely flying out. These things are going to be really popular with anyone that's running the SMG5 at the moment. They just complete the look really nicely. Add that little extra bit of flair with the fake rounds in there, the little plastic fake rounds. Really nice. But I'll do the quick overview. Oh, we've got Sam. Do you prefer the classic SMG5 or the SD style ones like this one? Personally, I completely prefer the SD6 look. It's a bit sleeker, it's a bit nicer. The sort of standard MP5 just looks a little bit funny at the front end for me. It doesn't look quite as aesthetic. And if you want to be a little bit of a stealth operator, you always need a suppressor on something like this. I feel it's a much nicer build. It looks nicer. It balances nicer. The grip's way nicer. I think the standard MP5, the way it drops away and is a bit narrower at the front, not really my cup of tea. But this one, super nice. Again, with the front end of this, for those that have recently joined us, is a 90-degree twist, and the front end comes off. This is foam filled and it is just QD. So if you did want to put a trace unit in here, it is totally possible. You could unscrew the front, take the foam out, drop an XT301 or a Spitfire in there, and you're good to run tracers all day. Again, drops on, clicks 90 degrees, nice and easy. Also, that could be a little bit of a bonus if your case or your hard case is a little bit smaller than this. You could drop that off and just putting it away. It just means it's a bit neater, a bit nicer. You're not having to have a full SMG case to store this thing in. You can have it something a bit smaller, a bit narrower, and run it nice and easy. Coming back, the charging handle is functional, comes back and releases your hop, and with anything that, if you're running the SMG, you can give it the classic slap and run it nice and easy. The receiver metal, you do have the claw mount. It doesn't come with the claw mount out the box. You will have to find them separately if you wanted to run an optic on this. Same with at the front. A lot of people like to get the you can get sort of rail sections that have the bands that go around, and you can even attach torches to the suppressor itself, or you can modify the grip and add rail sections to that. But if you're going to keep it classic, keep it neat, keep it nice and sleek, you're not going to need much accessories when you're running the high speed and you're running that kind of rate of fire. Any major wobble from the rear sliding stock? Loving my SRXL from the US. Thanks very much. That's Matt Gordon off Facebook. Wobble from the stock? Absolutely not. Once this thing's locked in place, there's a little bit of up and down, but once that's shouldered, it's not going anywhere. So that little up and down section there is just because of the way it goes in here, but once it's locked in, it's not moving. And again, once you press it and it slides in, if you wanted to run this as a super CQB setup, you could leave it like that and it's not going anywhere, so there's no wobble from that. The only wobble you're going to get from this is the charging handle that's a little bit loose, because all that is there to do is to push the bolt release back, but once that's in, there's no wobble in this whatsoever. Any other questions, please drop them down. We'll keep covering as much information as possible. But as I was saying, the sections that you can see on the top here, Carl H. So does Petrol Base sell the claw mount? We have and we do. I think they're in the current optics order. So once they are in, you can get these, and literally they go straight on. A couple of grub screws, and what you do is you screw the grub screws down. That makes the claw mount rise up and grip on, and the square there is to keep it located. I don't know if we're having it at the moment, but we have had them, and we will be getting them back, and they're nice and cheap. You can just throw them on for a couple of quid, and it just means that you have an optic ready to go. You could low mount a T1 on here, really, really nice. Because the stock drops away slightly, you're not trying to cheek mount or cheek weld on the same level as your optics. So normally you would have to have a riser on like an M4 or anything, but if you low mount on this, because of the stock at the back, it's going to be a clean, nice view through that, and you could even co-witness with your iron sights as well. Again, throwing like a Mod 8, your holographic on here would look super, super nice. It will match that sort of SAS style look that this is sort of aiming towards. But what other features do I need to recover? So battery compartment, for those that have joined us, there is a little, you can just see the tab here. I can pull one of these out just so you can see. They can be a bit awkward once they're doing it from the other side. But all these are little rubber grommet caps. So once you pull them out, that's all they are. There's one on this side, one on that side, and the grip will slide off, giving you an entire battery compartment there. The only other thing that's in the battery compartment is the actual sort of outer barrel and the protector. Apart from that, this is all battery space. So currently I have a triple stick LiPo in there. So it's obviously taking up a lot of space, but it easily fits in there, and it is a mini Tamiya connector that's in there. One thing I didn't cover, obviously we've covered the rate of fire and everything like that, going from anywhere from 18.5-ish rounds per second on a 7.4, which we recommend out the box. If you want to tweak your gears or anything like that, this thing can creep up to about 27 rounds a second. Obviously we can't warranty an 11.1 being running this out the box. It needs a little bit of tech work, purely because of our power limits. But this thing is also sat at about 328 FPS out the box as well, meaning it is an absolute beat stick, and you're going to absolutely love it. CQB, it's ready to go. Outdoors, it's ready to go, and that rate of fire is no one's hiding from you. You're going to have loads of fun. No one's running away from you. You're going to be dumping mags for days. Speaking of dumping mags, the P-Mags, we have got the bundle deal going on. So if you buy 5 of these, you're getting like 40% off as well. So if you want to grab hold of some P-Mags, now's your chance to do it. We've got loads in, so grab yourself some P-Mags before they all disappear. Guns in games, what's the maximum battery size do you recommend? So size-wise, you're probably going to be able to fit a 2600 milliamp in this. Currently, I think that's what I've got in here. So it's a triple stick that's in here, but if you got a 1450 or anything up to a 2600, as long as you're probably not going to fit a block battery in here, purely because of the shape, but because it's a triple stick, you can put one side, one the other side, and one at the bottom, so you are fitting a hell of a lot of battery capacity in here, just letting you just run all day, and so there is a ton of battery space in there. Can I slap the charging handle? I must have missed it the 2 times I've done it already. So yes, the charging handle does work. It comes up, locks up, opening that. So all the charging handle does, the charging handle is not connected to the bolt door. This just comes back, pushes it away, and slides it back. So if you're wanting to slap it down and do that, so every time you change your hop, You can rack it back. You get a little bar style hop in there. Tweak your hop, and you're good to go. You're not going to cause any damage doing that, because the charging handle itself is literally a spring and a bar. It's not attached to any other part, so it's purely aesthetic. But if you wanted to do the classic slap, you can do it all day. But yeah, so if there's no other questions, we've covered loads at Darren Smith on Facebook. Will those PMags work in any other CYMAs or just the new ones? Got the CM.041 blue. Not sure if they're new type. These will fit in any CYMA MP5. They are... So the standard mag that comes with it is your standard CYMA MP5 magazine, which hasn't changed. And the PMag, the top end, is designed to be exactly the same. So yes, it will work. If it doesn't, I will eat my hat. So there we go. That's on the internet forever now. So yes, these will work with the any of the older gen MP5s as far as we're aware. So if you wanted to get that new look, that new MP5 look, this is the way to go. But they do fit in really, really nicely as well. So once they're in, they're nice and solid. There's no wobble or out like that. And with them being the PMag style, you can drop these, bump these, knock them around, and they're just going to last forever. But yeah, so any final questions, drop them up and we'll throw them about. But the main one that people have asked multiple times is, will a trace unit fit in the front of this? 90-degree twist, that comes off. That is where your barrel ends. So this is foam filled, so yes, you can throw a trace unit in here and have loads and loads of fun with it. But if that is everything for today, we will leave it there, and we will disappear, and we will come back again with something new at 4 p.m. tomorrow. But if that's everything, this has been the high-speed CYMA CM.041. If you've got any other questions or we've missed yours, drop them down below. We'll check comments as much as possible, and we'll try and get an answer to you as quickly as possible. If not, drop us a message on Instagram. We're more than happy to chat and make sure you're getting the right information all the time. But until then, we will catch you again at 4 p.m. tomorrow. We'll see you in a bit, guys. Cheers. Bye.